Hello everyone, this is Sam with Terminal Magic, and today I'm bringing you a one-on-one draft with Kirk, who was on some of the blogs, most of them, actually all of them. And I'm doing the draft as I'm doing this commentary a couple days after it actually happened because for some reason the audio didn't come through. But all the match commentary is live and on the spot, so at least there's that. But yeah, we're using Sky's Cube. It's one-on-one, but it's an 8-man table, so there's 6 other bots. So it might seem like some cards being passed like that are way too strong, but for the most part, I don't really get that from this. And yeah, just waiting for it to start. Should be coming up in about 10 seconds now. Me making sure that the audio is recording. Apparently, I didn't do a good enough job there, so that's disappointing. But here we go. And this first pack is pretty easy in my opinion. Slamming Elspeth down. There are other good cards, and White has all the good cards, the best cards in my opinion, with the Mother, the Journey, the Route is pretty nice, but the Elf takes some consideration. Earth and Zenith is really good. Bloodbraid Elf if you want to go right into that, but I'm not really a big fan of taking the 2-color cards right away. Creeping Tar Pit is awesome. Duplicate is pretty good. This is a really good opening pack, but Elspeth is clearly the best card in there. Goes in all different types of strategies. It's a aggro curved hopper. It's just a planeswalker that's awesome that protects itself while also dealing a lot of damage, while also having an ultimate that is not only game changing but can take over a game. And in this pack, I take the Tundra here. I take it over. Pernicious Deed is good, and it's kind of good with Elspeth, but it's a lot of different colors right away. Living Death is kind of cool, but I just wasn't really feeling it. And Necromancy is also cool, but I was kind of wanting to stick with the whole white thing, even though there are new white cards in here. There are enough blue cards to make me want to try to play blue, especially since blue is usually really good in a powered cube, which this is. And I'd rather take the Tundra over the Godless Shrine, one because I like white-blue more than white-black, and I mean, I think they're both fine. I think white blue black is also a great color combination, but having a regular duel instead of a Shockland is better. Ring Gix is good in this pack. Frost Titan's nice, I guess. Plow Under, good card, but I think taking the land is. I like that pick. I think Living Death is a good deck, but I'd rather not go into that archetype right now for some reason. And just kind of see what happens from here. And in this pack, I take the Grim Monolith. I think this is clearly the best card in the pack. Natural Order would be cool if I knew I was going in green at this point, but eh. I mean, I think just taking the fast mana over the Archetype card is better because you can enable the other Archetypes to perform a lot better. There are other okay cards in this pack, like Huntmaster is pretty good. Arc Trail is really nice in for playing red, but I think your Monolith is clearly the best. And in this pack, I take a card that a lot of people probably won't agree with, but it's Rampaging Bayless. And I think Rampaging Bailiff is super underrated. It's super sick. It turns all your Rampant Growths, Cultivates, those kind of cards into 4/4s. Turns your Windswept Heaths into 8/8s. I mean, it's just kind of nutty. For other consideration, there's the Resto Angel, but I just was. I think I'd rather have a more. I'd rather have like a big finisher right now, or something to build around. Detention Sphere is okay, but I'd rather again be more proactive than. And going right into green is kind of alarming, I guess. But even though they're boss, it seems like green is kind of open, and I do like playing green a lot. Animate Dead I would probably take if I took the Necromancy or Living Death. I'd probably take it over Rampaging Bayless. But I like the big green deck, and with the duel and the Elspeth, it's possible that I'm only playing just the Elspeth or Elspeth and one other white card, and maybe playing a base green deck that plays a bunch of different colors. So I take this Rampaging Bayless. I like this card a lot. Should just take it now. Okay. And I decided to go way off on the deep end and take Wildfire out of this pack. Other than Wildfire, maybe the white cards are okay. Icy Manipulator, so it's good. And perhaps I should have taken the Evolving Wilds, but I like the Wildfire archetype. I mean, having a Rampaging Bayless, playing Wildfire, and then dropping a land afterwards, it's kind of gross. That's just 10 power, while they probably have nothing out there. It's good with Elspeth if I'm able to play her by the end. Probably should have considered Evolving Wilds a little more, but I like the Wildfire deck, and I like building around it. And because of that, I take Greater Gargadon here. I think Mentor of the Meek should deserve some consideration because it is kind of cool with Elspeth. Um, I wasn't really willing to go into Show and Tell right now because I don't know. I just I didn't really want to do it. I already have an archetype that I wanted to build around, and Gargadon. The red cards I think are the best in here. I mean, Barleth Stronghold is really good. Ratchet Bomb's good, but I like the Gargadon the most. A lot of different things you can do with it. Pretty good with Wildfire. It lives through Wildfire. Critter Hellion, I don't think it really needed a second Wildfire effect, so I was okay with it. In my opinion, Wildfire decks are kind of like ramp decks that also feature Wildfire, just take it away. This pack, the best cards are blue, but I take the Bramble Crush. I maybe should have taken the Erratic Portal as like a prospective card in case I don't have like a Crystal Shard or want to be playing that deck later on. But I take the Bramble Crush here. Looks like I'm trying to cut off green, I guess. It's a good like catch-all answer to a lot of different cards. I think the blue cards are the best in this pack, but they're not really reasons to go into blue. And I'm not going to go into black for a Graveborn Muse or Dark Ritual. Or in Viper, it's whatever. I'd rather have like a piece of removal than like, it's good, but it's not like crazy or anything like that. Probably should have taken the Erratic Portal here instead though. Would have been nicer, but what are you gonna do? I think Bramble Curse is a fine card, and I'm not disappointed by taking it, but I'm not like super thrilled either. It's just it can be a ramped into Stone Rain, that kind of stuff. And because I have the Rampaging Ballast, I take the Cultivate. Now, Misty Rainforest might have been better because I can get Tundra, but I feel Cultivate kind of performs the same role. It gets both the colors I want off the Tundra if I need them. In Grand Coliseum, same thing, but because I have the Rampaging Ballast, it's more valuable to have the Cultivate, especially since I could get one-drop elf creatures too. And I mean, if I don't have a land drop and I play Cultivate that turn, that's 8 power if I have Rampaging Ballast in play. And that's pretty tough to overcome. If I was playing any black stuff, I would take more consideration. Viridian Shaman, it's a good card, but I'm going to get more of those effects. I just grabbed the Bramble Crush, so I take the Cultivate here. I get a gift in this pack with Llanowar Elves. Exactly what I'm looking to do. Ramping into a Cultivate is kind of awesome. If I see how Life Alone would be kind of cool, but I'd rather not like dick around with Life Alone and just have like just a straight ahead ramp style of deck. I take Rain Gix here. Maybe should have considered Blood Crypt a little more than I actually did, but I like Gix a lot. I get blinded by these Icy Manipulator type effects, even though Gix isn't as good as Icy is. I take the excuse me for yawning. I take the Riverboa here as a sideboard card. Electrolyze deserves some consideration, but I don't know how far into blue I am really. I'd rather have the sideboard card than the card I might not even actually play ever. One-Sword Teeth, awesome to come back. Perfect, especially with the Tundra. Take Daze because I don't want to get Daze. No one ever wants to get Daze. How do you play around Daze? You can't really. And last pick was Crater Hellion, which is good. I like that card. Out of this pack, you can't see it, but I take a Chromatic Lantern. And the reason I do that is because it looks like I could be playing a lot of different colors in a deck that's kind of streamlined. And in case I don't get my actual fixing, Chromatic Lantern will allow me to play any of my spells for any costs at any time. Allows me to be a little more liberal with my picks from here on out. Wooded Foothills deserves some consideration, as does Arbor Elf, but I think the Chromatic Lantern is enough better than both of those in terms of what they all want to do. Wooded Foothills wants to fix my mana out, Chromatic Lantern is the best at that. Arbor Elf wants to ramp, Chromatic Lantern ramps to a point. I mean, Arbor Elf ramps into Chromatic Lantern, but I think Lantern is good enough, especially since I'm trying to get to 6 drops, essentially 7 or 8 drops, so I pick them up later. Other than that, this pack, I mean, look at Glenelender Archmage, Overgrown Tomb, I guess, Lodestone Golem, but not really. Same with Magma Jet, but I'm pretty happy with Chromatic Lantern here. And in the same note, Gilded Lotus is awesome. Pretty much I can just take whatever color I want for the rest of the draft now because I have Chromatic Lantern and Gilded Lotus. I can just play any color I want to, as much of any color I want to. Phantasmal Image is really good, and it's definitely worth considering, but it'd be a lot easier to take it if I already had that Gilded Lotus. Ancient Tomb, really, really good, but I think the Gilded Lotus is more high priority, and I might get the Ancient Tomb back. Beastland, it's cool, whatever, though. Same with Oblivion Stone and Kithkin guy, especially since I don't really know how far into white or red. It's more of an aggressive card, the Kithkin dude. And this is a really tough pick for me. First off, there's Amaze With, which is good, and it's awesome. I think it's super underrated, honestly, but in a green ramp deck, you don't really want your lands to not tap for mana. You want to be ramping. You want to be tapping for more mana every turn, and if you can't improve on that, it's going to be tough to really get ahead and cast those really expensive cards. So what I'm really deciding on in this pack is Winter Orb and Oblivion Ring. Winter Orb is awesome, and it looks like it's going to be really awesome in this deck, where I'm going to have Elves and Mana Stones that all untap, allowing me to be way far ahead of my opponent on mana. That being said, Oblivion Ring is one of the best pieces of removal in the cube. It's a single color permanent removal. I mean, sometimes it's better than Vindicate because of that. card is just awesome. You can get rid of it, and that's pretty bad. But I mean, like that's I don't know how it happens. Definitely, it's something to consider. So that might make Vindicate better in a vacuum, I guess. But it's pretty much exactly what we want out of this deck. Like we already have a bunch of big fatties. We have some waster ramp, so we're on our way there. But Oblivion Ring is a nice just catch-all answer. We'll just take out anything on the board. So I'm pretty happy I took that one over Winter Orb. And in this pack, Eternal Witness seems like not an easy pick, but I'd say pretty easy. The only other card I'd consider would be Lightning Greaves or Worldly Tutor. Worldly Tutor I think can wheel, and Lightning Greaves I probably won't wheel, but I think Eternal Witness is better overall, especially since I do have Wraths, and I have ways to sack creatures to Gargadon, and I think some of these big important cards I'm going to want to get back if they get destroyed, like the Elspeth, or the Rampaging Bailiffs, or whatever. Maybe even like Chromatic Lantern if I need to be casting special spells, or Oblivion Ring. The card's just sweet. If you can blink, which looks like this deck could possibly do, kind of sucks I passed at Erratic Portal, but whatever. But if you can have any kind of recursion with Eternal, this is really good. And this pack I take Kiga, but I think I should have taken either Pithing Needle or Relic Protendus. Relic is, I think, one of the better, if not best, sideboard cards in Cube as a purely sideboard card. And Pithing Needle answers so many cards either completely or partly enough to make them not nearly as big of a threat. I take Kiga here because it seems like it's pretty easy to cast. Though I don't know, like just picking a fourth colored card just to do it because I have a Gilded Lotus, a Chromatic Lantern, and a Tundra, and I guess a Cultivate seems not the best, but I don't know. I guess the power level is higher than those other two cards. I'm not gonna take the other blue cards. I have no interest really in playing these white cards. Bane of Living, whatever. Call the Herd. Who cares? So I take the Kiga, but I probably should take the Pithing Needle. In this pack, I take the Elf because the turn 1 elves in the base green decks are just insanely important. Scalding Tarn, probably the second best card for my deck in this pack because it does get all the colors that I really want. Can grab white even at this point. Awesome with Rampaging Bailiffs. And then there's the Signet and there's the other land, but I think Finoran Elves is a pretty easy pick here. The other cards in the pack I'm not really considering, but just ramping those 3 mana spells is exactly what we want to be doing, especially since we have the Lantern and we have the Cultivate, and there could be other cards like Harrow or Ring of Gix that we have, or the Kodama's Reach or whatever. There's a bunch of different options for things we can grab. This is me probably considering it, thinking about Scalding Tarn over it, because it is a pretty tough pick here, especially since they both perform similar roles. But in my opinion, in the base green decks, take the green card that performs the same role. Like here, in this pack, take the Harrow over the Arid Mesa because I want to be playing more green, and Harrow does the same role, all the while putting in 2 extra 4/4s for me. Seems pretty fucking awesome. Phyrexian Revoker deserves some consideration, but it's not the same level as the other 2 cards. Sucks that I am passing Arid Mesa, but what are you going to do? Not going to play Avalanche Riders. Probably can't justify playing Calciderm. I mean, I could, but it's more of an aggressive card than a ramped into card. And in terms of the picks here, I mean, Graphic Wargear is okay, but I'm really looking at Deranged Hermit and Acidic Slime, and I think I do take Acidic Slime here because I passed up that Viridian Shaman. I already said earlier that there are a bunch of like utility green creatures, and this is one of the better ones. Blocks just about everything profitably, either that or like 1-for-1. Along with destroying like so many different creatures, becomes unblockable because of that 2/2 Death Touch body. I mean, I think Deranged Hermit is awesome, but I don't really need another win condition. Whereas having a guy on a stick that does awesome things, like having them deal with Acidic Slime and getting it back with Eternal Witness, seems kind of bonkers, especially if you're really far ahead. And I'm really happy both those cards came back. I've been preaching about the Mana Elf, but I don't really have a lot of like just straight up red fixing at this point. So I like the Wooded Foothills, and I feel like Arbor Elf was way better when if you have dual lands. I mean, it's still really good, especially in the base green deck. But I think I want the Wooded Foothills here more. I don't really need any other cards in this pack. Blue cards, whatever. The Overgrown Tomb, it's neat, but eh. And Lodestone Golem is just big. And I take Ancient Tomb. Awesome, that comes back. Perfect card. Nothing I really want here, so I take Badlands just in case I do want to splash black and splash off the Wooded Foothills. Other red source too, in case that's relevant. So I take it. Come on, Sam, take that card. Take it. I'm probably talking about Stone Rain and Lotleth Troll and how useless they are in my deck. I rambled on about that for a long time, if I remember correctly. Awesome Worldly Tutor on the wheel. Slam it. I take Relic because, as I said earlier, it's one of the better sideboard cards. I don't think I really need another Seal Cleansing effect, especially since I have the Bramble Crush already. And last pick was the Signet, which is kind of insane. In this pack, because I have that Lantern, and I have the Guild Lotus, and I have the Tundra, and the Windswept Teeth, and the Cultivate, and the Harrow, I'm able to take this Jace the Mind Sculptor, which is awesome. The card is insane. It's one of the best Planeswalkers, not the best. One of the best blue cards, especially if this was an Empowered Cube, it probably would be the best. I mean, there are other good cards in this pack. I can't see them right now, but they're there. I know they're there. Mind Tutor is fine. Tezzeret is fine. All the green cards are good, and I would play them, but Jace is just Jace. Card is bonkers. Slam it, Sam. 1 mil. Boom shakalaka it. It's that time. This is me talking about, oh, Jace is great. I love Jace. Okay, in this pack, it sucks passing the Skull Clamp, but other than the Elspeth and my 3/1/1s, it's none of my other creatures really want to wear it. I'm either ramping into bigger things, and I don't know how much time I have to like dick around with 1/1 tokens and just drawing a million cards. I'd rather have the elf that taps for both the colors that I looks like I'm going to be splashing for. Has Exalted. I'm taking Noble Hierarch, by the way. This pack has a lot of good cards, though. The Jace would be nice. The Face Fetters would be nice. The Vindicate would be nice. The Engineer Explosives would be fine. The Duel would be good. Cloudgate Ranger would be playable. Skull Clamp would be the second pick I'd probably take here over Noble Hierarch. But even then, I'd probably consider like maybe the Fates Fetters too. Or the Jace even. But Noble Hierarch, awesome card. Perfect for the deck. Taps for all the colors I wanted to other than red. Why can't it tap for 4 colors? Card sucks. Sylvan Library, great card. Card draw. Draw into my my synergy spells, my just awesome spells I'm trying to get to. One of those 2 duels will probably wheel, so I don't really mind passing those. And yeah, that's my deck. Looking at it, okay, great. Take out that Creative Helene. Yeah, there you go. Get rid of that shit. No, keep that. I don't know why I'm looking at this right now. Excuse me for yawning. Spellskite would have been nice, but whatever. In this pack, I pass. I take the Signet. I pass Sword because I'm not really loving my lower ramp right now. I am, but I'm not. I'd rather just be ramping more. The Sword would be good, and maybe should have been the pick because I have enough of the small guys and it improves. But I'd rather my turn 3 plays be more ramp inclined. Mind Stone and Secure Tribuilder are good here too. But the Tribuilder, I think, is worse than the Mana Stones because it doesn't live through Wraths and gets killed to spot removal and whatnot. It ramps too, and but I like just having the artifact mana more because it's a little less acceptable to removal. I guess it doesn't with Secure Tribe Elder that doesn't really matter at all, but whatever. It's just my preference really. If I had the sword already, I think Tribe Elder would take a little more consideration. And again, I think maybe passing the sword is a mistake, but only my small creatures really want to carry the sword. I mean, the big ones do too, but that's just gravy for a lot of the time. And this is one of the few picks I don't really like super agree with, and I think I should have taken Verdant Catacombs over Trastodon. Trastodon is good, especially with Wildfire, but it's just another fatty. I can get more fatties probably, even in this last pack, and I have plenty as it is right now. Even the Vorpede might wheel. It might even wheel if I pass the Trastodon. But I'm not super upset by taking it, though. I think it's a fine card, and at the time, I had a good justification for it. But Verdant Catacombs is more what I want to be doing. I can play that Badlands, so like the black side isn't completely dead, and I can fetch red mana with it. It's awesome with Rampaging Bayless, but I take the Trastodon. And this pack, I take Frozen Tusker because it is a fixer. It lives through Wildfire. It draws me another card. Gruul Signet is also a fixer, but doesn't give me the same card advantage. Doesn't replace itself as the Frozen Tusker does, along with getting me an extra card in that land that does like the fixing role. Isn't really an opposition deck. I don't really need a Fire and Ice. I'm not gonna get with Trinket Mage. I'm not gonna play in Barrel Rights. So pretty happy with Frozen Tusker. Awesome card. Pretty much not perfect card, but it's pretty much what I want. It's a finisher that fixes. It's really, really good. And a 6'5" seems kind of wimpy and cute, but sometimes that's enough. Sometimes all you need is just a giant, stupid thing, swing for 6 a turn. If you can make it live for 3 turns, it's great. I take Wolfir Silverheart here, because I like this card a lot. I like it more than Chandra, because I don't really have enough spells to abuse Chandra, and the ones I do have are kind of lackluster. And if I had a Worm Coil, or even like one of those Precursor Golems, I would consider Tinker a little bit more, but I don't. It'd be awesome in this deck. It would be pretty good, but alas, not meant to be. So, Wolfir Silverheart is good. It upgrades all my mana elves and my tokens, along with making my bigger guys even insanely bigger. Makes a lot of different creatures live through Wildfire. Actually, makes any creature live through Wildfire if I have it. So, great. Take that card. Don't think about it. Academy Runes we need if I had any kind of sack effect with my artifacts, but I don't, so that sucks. And it sucks that I'm taking a bunch of different fatties in this pack, because there's a Woodfall Primus in this pack that I can't resist. I am a sucker for Woodfall Primus. I think Wall of Roots is really good and maybe should have been the pick. And Volcanic Island should have been considered a little bit more as well, but Woodfall Primus I think is one of the best, if not the best green fatty, if not one of the best fatties overall in the cube. I mean, I think Grizzlebrand is the best. And if you're casting one Hill Drowsy, those are the best, but Woodfall Primus is just gross. Persist. So the only way to get rid of it is by white exiling removal, and I have one of those pieces. So I don't know if that, like, you know, they're not all going to be out there. I've seen a lot of them so far, so it's kind of scary. But getting rid of a permanent seems worth it. I take Indrik here because I can ramp into Indrik pretty easily, and if that's the case, I'd rather have the thing that deals with two different types of spells, along with being a bigger body. I don't really know what type of deck Kirk is playing at this point, so it could be anything. It could be a slow deck like this, like a ramping deck like this. Could be a control deck. Could be an aggressive deck. Probably black, because there really isn't a lot of black, and I'm passing so much black myself. But yeah, I take the Indrik. I'm happy I took the Indrik too. In hindsight, it was definitely a good pick. So yep, let's just get that over with, Sam. Easy does it now. Maybe Tezzeret deserves consideration. Enlightened Tutor. Wow, we got that pretty late. And I take the land over Engineering Explosives. Explosives is good, but I'd rather have my fixing fine. Even though I am playing this mini color deck with base green, and I take Savannah over Temple Garden because that's just better. Mana Tithe, because I don't want to get Mana Tithed. And Pyroclasm. Excuse me for yawning. And the last pick, Girl Signet. So, if you want right now, you can. This is just me building my deck. You can fast forward like 4 or 5 minutes, because I'm not going to sit here and just watch myself think about things I'm going to put in there or not. So I'll come back in a few minutes when this is ready. Alright, so this is the deck that I came up with. Took out the Crater Hellion, didn't really need it. I have this Greater Gargon in here, but I'm going to take it out for the Wolfear Silverheart because I only have 3 turn 1 red sources, so it's not nearly as good. I probably should have played one more red source for the Wildfire instead of maybe a Forest, but I really need to get Forest in turn 1, so that's kind of questionable right there. I see that's me making that switch. Trust was kind of gravy, and yeah, I mean, the rest of the deck kind of put itself, well, put itself together pretty well. But I think having one red source and Steam Vents is okay because I have the Chromatic Lantern and the Guild Lotus, so I have 2 ways to just cast it without problem, along with the chance of having the 2 red sources out there, along with the Grill Signet too. So I really have 3 red sources, so it's not as bad as I initially thought it was. But yeah, this should be wrapping up shortly right now. So yeah, that's the deck. We'll get to matches in just a moment. Alright, so Kirk's joined the room. Looks like he's about ready to start, so we'll get this going. He's loaded his deck. Tell him I'm recording now. No, he knows what's up. I clicked ready to start. Ugh. I'm kind of interested to see what he's playing, honestly. It was tough to tell in the draft. I think he's playing a black deck of some sort, but I don't know exactly what it's going to be, whether it's going to be more aggressive or reanimation based or, God forbid, recurring nightmare. That would just, I don't know if it'd wreck me, but none of my creatures are black, so if he has all those kill spells, I'm going to be kind of screwed. So yeah, let's see what happens. No. I don't know. I'm willing to change it around if Wolfear doesn't look good enough, or he's playing a slower deck and Terrastar might be better. That being said, kind of hoping I don't have to because I really want to play with this Wolfear and see if it does really well with the Wildfire. I think it will. I've been pretty impressed with Wolfear so far. So we'll roll first. I roll a 4. I don't think that's gonna win. Usually doesn't. Does not this time. Yep, he plays. All right. Pretty easy keep here. Awesome opening hand. Turn 2 Signet into turn 3 Elspeth. I like it. I like it a lot. Might not crack this Wood Foothills yet, just in case I draw something. Though, let's see what I draw here. Island? I think I can crack it now. I don't know if I'm going to need the red. So I'll just wait, whatever. Doesn't really matter. So it looks like he's playing black. He could have taken that Pernicious Deed that was there earlier. If that's the case, then I don't really know what to think, honestly. So the audio's recording. Let me make sure just Mystical Tutor. I don't like that. I don't like a Mystical Tutor. Okay, yep. I don't know what to keep grabbing with Mystical Tutor right now. Something sick, probably. What are you grabbing? I don't know what this is. You gotta... Okay. It's good. What are you getting? What are you getting? Oh, okay. Interesting. So he'll probably be playing Vampiric Tutor during his upkeep. Nope, he's not. That's right, because on top of the library. So what is he going for here? Are we looking at like an infinite turn type of combo thing? Am I going to get Spell Pierce when I try to play this Signet? That's something to consider, but I don't know how long I can really play around a Spell Pierce for. Go for the Savannah. Or is there another better one? I don't think so. I think Savannah's the best. I already have white, green, anything else? Red, blue? Maybe red, blue's actually better. Yeah, I think red, blue will be better, because I already have the... Actually, no, I need 2 white. I need double white for, Elspeth, which is why I'm grabbing Savannah. Took the 1, so yep, that's that. Frozen Tusker, fine. Okay, so he looks like he's trying to play around any potential counter magic of any sort. Maybe he thinks he's gonna get Spell Tithe or Mana Tithe or something. Interesting play, but I think he knows I like to play blue, so I don't blame him. Though he's playing pretty heavy blue. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but we'll have a pretty good idea, I guess. He's Vampiric Tutoring. Why is he playing that during my draw step or my upkeep or whatever? He must be getting a pretty important card right now. Trinket Mage, don't need to show me. But that's fine. I don't really care. That's, better for me, I guess. So, I think that I'm looking pretty good here if he is grabbing a Trinket Mage. Because I do have the days. I have the Mana Tithe, so I don't even have to worry about that. Yep. Okay, no problem. Is he gonna get Black Lotus? Am I facing a Black Lotus deck? Because that would be awful. Soul Ring. Even worse. Oh man, that's gonna be brutal. Okay, let's see what we got here. My computer's going really slow, so sorry if it's really laggy. Slam down this Elspeth. Add a counter to make a soldier. And that's my turn. I have this Worldly Tutor, which is going to be so awesome in this game. I can already feel it. Oblivion Ring might be hitting this, I guess it all depends. Soldier dies, of course. Has to attack. I have to block. Okay, so we're getting Soul Ring into what? Making sure we're playing with the new legendary rule. That card's really good. Thankfully, I have an Oblivion Ring, so whatever, I don't care. We're doing, yeah. Best of 5, he's asking, I'd say yes. So I draw Wildfire, which is not going to be the best here, but it's not going to be the worst either. I will tap Selesnya Signet and 2 green, leave a blue open to make him think that I have something. Oblivion Ring, attach it to Sorin. Make a token. And am I going to want to Worldly Tutor at all next turn? I don't think so. Maybe if there's something I want to destroy with the Indrik. If he doesn't play land, I'm definitely going to Worldly Tutor, because I'll just destroy his Soul Ring with whatever he plays. Gold Clamp, really good. I passed that to him. I had a feeling he'd probably take it. Surprised I made it to him. Not really. We're playing with bots, and there's only one between us. So who knows what they took.
Apparently, the highest picked card in untapped out for this cube is Geth, Lord of the Vault. So that's something. Spellskite, sure, no problem. Actually, it's kind of sucky because I'll have to destroy it with my Indrik, but I guess that is what it is. Okay, no problem. I guess he would have. I would have. What do we got here? Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna need to get that Spellskite off the board before that becomes an issue. He drew a swamp off that. That's sickening. Yep, I'll block it and give him 2 cards, even though I don't want to. I want to draw into some red mana. Yep, I block. I'll give you 2 cards. I don't want my Elspeth to go down to 3. Skull Clamp is just really sickening. Like, he's drawn 4 cards already off it. And he's going to make his Spellskite a 1-3, which is really good. Yep, okay. Okay, so I'm going to Worldly Tutor for a Crozen Tusker. I think. Yeah. I mean, sorry, Indrik Stomp Holler. Crozen Tuskers in my hand. Ooh, or I can get Acidic Slime. Because at least that'll block all the stupid stuff that he has coming away. But a 4/4 looks like it's bigger than everything he has so far. Yeah, that's fine. So I'm going to get that. I don't really need to destroy his lands yet. And I'd rather just block all the stuff and swing for a bunch of damage. So I'm going to try to destroy the Skull Clamp and make him pay 2 life first for it. I'll play a land, because why not? I'll fake like I have the Mana Tithe. Draw arrow to the Skull Clamp. Yep. So Spellskite eats it. Draws 2 cards. Really sucky. But, I mean, you have to go for it. Add a counter, make a guy. That's my turn. Pretty productive turn. Though he has 7 cards in his hand, so that's like super sucky. I probably should have gone. No, I mean I couldn't have gone for that Steam Vents. But that's not the worst. Wildfire is seeming pretty bad right now. Though I mean, I'll be drawing a red card off the Crows and Tusker, hopefully. Hopefully, I'll just draw Steam Vents and Crows and like Steam Vents, Mountain, Cruel Signet maybe. Try to win the game off that. Still recording, which is good. Hopefully it didn't stall out, the video didn't stall out while my computer lagged out. Mentor the Meek, huh? So he's... What Planeswalkers could he have? What cards could he have? He probably has a Cloudgut Ranger in his deck. Probably has that, the Mom that I saw in there. Maybe an Increasing Devotion. What's he playing here? What could be black, black, blue, or black, black, black? Shadow Mage, Infiltrator, sick card. Yep, okay. I really need some red sources super bad right now. Yep. I'm going to cycle this during my upkeep. So I can actually get a land drop and guarantee it. I don't know, if I'm playing this wrong, tell me, but I'm pretty sure you search first. So I'm going to get the Mountain. When I draw a card, I'll just draw 2 cards. One for my turn. Oh, a perfect card. Wow, that's like, couldn't really get any better than that.
Play Steam Vents. I will make another token just to protect the Elspeth, just in case like the Indrink gets killed somehow. And I think it's fine to attack with the Indrink here, because well, he does have 6 cards in his hands, and I do have a Wildfire, which I'm going to want to do something with, and it's totally gonna wreck him. So I'll hold on to the Finhorn Elves. Do I attack with Indrik Stompholler? Now, if he has like 2 pieces of removal and my Elspeth goes really far down, how far can it go? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have a sword, then you can equip it. You could have a lot of different stuff. So if he has 1 sword, 4, 5, 6. Elspeth will go down to 2. I think it's worth trying to get this extra damage in, because I'll have to have 2 pieces of removal to do anything against it. And I don't think he has enough equipment. Maybe if he has like no, not that wouldn't even work. I was say maybe like grafted war gear, but I don't think that's enough either. Now I just have to watch out for blue spells or blue mana to be open, because this Wildfire gets countered, this game's gonna become a lot tougher and considerably harder to play through. So let's hope both Hallowed Fountain and Underground Sea get tapped. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 mana, 8 with the mountain that I have to play. I'll sacrifice probably the mountain, 2 forest, probably the mountain and 3 forest. So I have 2 green sources with the Savannah and the Selesnya Signet. So when I tap this, I'll tap Mountain, Steam Vents, Forest, Selesnya Signet. Play the Finhorn Elves. Have a blue mana open. I think that's okay. Mana Leak destroys me if I do that, though, and that's a card that I definitely saw. Or I didn't see Miscalculation. Let's hope he plays a bunch of stuff with toughness less than 4. That'd be really good. Disenchant. Uh-oh. I might have to do the Elspeth emblem then. Because that way, if I do the emblem, no, I can't because of Shadow Mage's Infiltrator. This is really making everything tough. Soren, you suck. Well, I can attack. Yep, okay. I can attack into the Soren with a big Indrik, and then from there, Wildfire after that, and I'll clear his board out. Hopefully Soren just doesn't... I don't know what to do here. I don't know what to do. I think Elspeth wins the race against Soren, even though I think it's fine that he gets the emblem, because it's only X1s, so I'll be able to block for days with my tokens and still get in there with all that damage. Wildfire is becoming less and less good, but if I get the Soren off the board, I think it's going to be awesome. Come on, tap Underground Sea. Tap Underground Sea. Tap it. I'll even let you Spell Pierce me. That's no problem. Recoil. You're a suckbag, Kirk. Recoil, pitch, elves. What's going to happen now? I can't get mana leaked or spell pierced off my Elspeth. I should be able to have Indrik swing in for a bajillion. If Mentor attacks, that's going to be kind of awesome. I would
happily take that. Nope, okay. So let's see what happens here. Acidic Slime seems pretty good. Play Mountain, Savannah, Selesnya Signet, Force Mountain. Keep a lot of different mana open. Elspeth, I think it has to resolve unless he has a Forceful, which I don't think he'd play. I don't think it's really... Seven, and I'll attack into draw arrow. Sweet. So let's just hope that Elspeth doesn't die. How much damage can he do? 3. You can do 1. The Infiltrator's getting in there, so that could be potentially just 2 automatically. Mentor the Meek, I don't know if he's going to definitely attack with that and do it. And Token I'm not really worried about dealing a lot of damage. Getting the Sorin off the board was pretty awesome. Though this Wildfire is getting worse and worse by the second. If Elspeth makes it through this turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I drew a land and Elspeth lived, I think I'm in good shape. But that's definitely not close to a guarantee. Let's see here. I don't really know what I don't really want him to tap out though, because he has 8 mana, and that's if he taps out, I'm probably in trouble. Excuse me. If he plays a big flyer, I can attack and do him with Indrik. Either way. Hopefully I'll be able to +1, make Indrik a 7/7 attack. And then, okay, what do we got here? Icy Manipulator. Okay. So let's hope he's not tapping down my red mana. What is he tapping down? Soldier. That thing is tapped. Can he kill my... What a suck bag. Okay, yep. So that sucks. That makes things really tough. Alright, Elspeth's dead. Yep, you got it. I don't know what to do here. Maybe I should still just Wildfire and hope that, like, my better creatures beat his, like, kind of smaller, tempo-y creatures. Six Slime isn't really the best draw here. I'd rather Woodfall Primus, because that card is going to totally shut him down. Why is he gaining a life? Okay. Oh yeah, because he has a... Yep, you got it. He has the vampire. So he draws 2 cards off that. I think I'm going to play Acidic Slime, destroy the Icy Manipulator, because I think Wildfire is going to get mana leaked. Nope, not anymore. What does he play into it? Oh, he's just re-equipping. I think Wildfire would be better for him now than it would be for me. I think Wildfire is good against his deck, but I don't think it's good right now, unfortunately. Eternal Witness would be a sweet draw here, and not getting drawn. So now I think Wildfire might be, Acidic Slime might be pretty good. So, Wildfire. Attack for 5. Wildfire, he'll probably get rid of Plains, Swamp, Island, leaving him with 5 mana, which is probably enough for his deck. Whereas I'll have 5 mana too, but he'll be Acidic Sliming me. So I'm actually just going to attack for 5, put pressure on him. I think I'm ahead right now. I feel like I'm ahead. and play this forest, maybe draw another land. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm more worried about Icy than I am Skull Clamp because, I mean, Skull Clamp's just been crushing me anyway, so whatever. Draw arrow. Destroy Icy. And Icy's just going to be a problem. And yeah, that's that. He's drawn so many cards this game. 9 cards off Skull Clamp. If you ever wonder why Skull Clamp is just the sickest card in the world, he's got 12 cards in his library. I mean, it should be pretty self-explanatory at this point. I like that we have 2 pretty different decks too, because I don't know. Not that we overlap decks or anything, but it gives like a good idea of like how one deck faces against another. I'd like to get a lot of different matches in, but you know, unfortunately, that's what happens when you only do one-on-one drafts. This game's taken a while too, though. I mean, he has drawn almost 30 of the cards in his deck, or gone through them, so he's gone through 3/4 of his deck. Soul Ring's really good. Soul Ring, Vampiric Tutor. I mean, Mystical Tutor and Vampiric Tutor into Soul Ring was a really good play, I feel. It's helped him out considerably. It's made this Wildfire in my hand pretty crummy. I don't think he can attack anymore, which is kind of nice. Slime and Stompholler will be able just to get in there over and over again. Keep the soldier back. I'm doing really good life-wise. That Elspeth has just been really killer. He's been playing a ton of cards too, but like, Elspeth has just been awesome. Eternal Witness would be like the sickest draw I could get right here. It would just win me the game, I feel like, because I don't know what he has for counters left in his hand. Probably a lot. He has 7 cards. Wish I had a Memory Adept right now. That'd be a good draw. A good card to have. I wonder what he's thinking about. What could he be playing right now? Is he going to try to leave open counter magic or what? Not entirely sure. I'm going to step out for a second while he's thinking. Okay, I came back just in time to see Tapping of Plains, Creeping Tar Pit, Enlightened Tutor. Okay. Yep, okay. Mana Vault. Upheaval. Oh no, not Upheaval. Not Upheaval. Oh, I'm gonna get crushed by Upheaval right now. I can already see it happening. The Upheaval deck versus the Wildfire deck. This is kind of funny. Yep, he's got it. 18. Oh boy, I'm gonna get just smoked. Just really smoked. One floating. Here it comes. Upheaval for a bajillion. Carnate Liberated. Probably worse. Okay. I don't know. Nothing's really worse than Upheaval, but that's pretty bad too. Stompholler's dead. Fortunately. Or he's exiled. maybe I can just... Kind of funny we're both playing these big mana decks. Maybe I can make them... Damn it. My computer's really funky right now. It's just like fucking up left and right. Wolf here, Silverheart, huh? What shit this is. +4 would be really bad. I don't know what to do here. So we'll have to get rid of the Silverheart if I do that. And Silverheart will let me live through a bunch of stuff. I chose the token because it allowed me to get the most damage into Karn. And while Acidic Slime would be nicer to have after Wildfire, it's not like super necessary. And I'll be happy if he blocks the Acidic Slime with Mentor of the Meek. What do I... Nope. Not the swamp. I'm not attacking the swamp. I want to attack him or the Karn. B +4 is Karn. I think I'd rather put more pressure on him right now to play cards. So I'm going to attack him instead. I'm not really too worried about him Karning really. 'Cause he's going to have to +4 Karn anyways because he's going to block the soldier. So I'll just try to get him for lethal and see what happens because he has that Mana Vault tapped, so he has to pay 4 for that. See how he blocks. Probably going to block the soldier. I don't see how he does anything else. See what he does. He has to block them, and then we'll have to untap a... Okay, so he blocks that one. Alright, that's interesting. Yep, okay, that's fine. And yeah, I'll just... Hope I just don't get murdered. If I get upheavaled, I'll probably just... I mean, if I upheaval in the Karn... Do I scoop there? It's not a big hurry. I mean, I'm running on a time limit here. Scrub land, so I don't think he's going to upheaval then, because he'd probably wait to play his land. Upheaval is kind of cool with Mentor of the Meek. Upheaval, make up a bunch of mana, and play your dudes, and go from there. Yep, you got it. Wildfire, there it is. Jace would be a good draw here. Eternal Witness would be a good draw here. See what he plays. 3 mana, playing something. 4 mana. What could he be playing? I don't know. It'd be kind of crazy if you he could definitely win this game. Like, he's a low life total, but I don't have any really direct burn. Seagate Oracle, okay, sure. Yep, okay. Obviously it's okay, because I have no cards in hand, and nothing to do on the board. Nothing that interacts with him. Yes, draw those cards. Five cards in hand. This is not looking good for me. Did he pay for Mana Vault? I think he did already. Yeah, he did. 3, 4, 1, 2. Yeah, he did. He paid for Mana Vault. Creeping Tar Pit. No, he's casting a spell with it. Sewer Nemesis. On who? Who are you targeting? 7-7 or 12-12? Okay. Okay. So other than that, his deck is pretty susceptible to Wildfire. I mean, Soren is actually could get killed by it too, or can't get killed by it. So that's kind of bad. How long have we been recording for? How long has this match been going for? 35 minutes. It's going to be a long video then. Yep, Infiltrator's fine. Hopefully I just draw something sweet here. Eternal Witness. I think that wins me the game. I think that wins me the game, because I can get back my Elspeth, give one of my guys flying, and swing in for a bunch. I hope that wins me the game. Oh man, if this doesn't win, then I'm probably just dead, honestly. Eternal Witness? Let's see if this is okay. This resolve. Eternal Witness resolve. Awesome top deck. One of the few cards at this point that can... Top card isn't Zenith. LOL. This might win at me. Well, Eternal Witness. I get back Elspeth. Yep, that's fine. Full premise, yep. So, Elspeth, does that resolve? Another one too. Jeez. That sucks. Good game. So that was first game. Really close one. He came back pretty well in that one. That was kind of crazy. So I didn't sideboard anything. Options. Riverboat would be kind of good, but there isn't really anything I want to take out. My deck's kind of streamlined. I don't think there's anything that's like necessarily bad against him. Indrik has a lot of targets. Acidic Slime has a lot of targets. Oblivion has a lot of targets. Seven Library will be great. Woolly Tutor was awesome. So I'm just gonna just go with it. Wildfire isn't the best, but most of his creatures get killed by it. So it's like whatever. Pretty good hand here. Turn 1 Tutor into turn 2 Chromatic Lantern into whatever really. I keep 2. Soul Ring. Awesome. Yeah, that's a card. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, Foothills. I will wish I had that Taiga. That'd be nice. I don't need it. I'll crack it. I don't really want to be drawing a ton of lands here. I'll get the Savannah, however you want to pronounce it, Savannas, and play Noble Hierarch and pass the turn. And then I'll get wrecked by a turn 2 Sorin. Let's see if that's what happens here. Nope, thank God. That's awesome, not getting wrecked by that. Mentor of the Meek, Collision Relic, really bad. For me. Card's not really bad, it's just, it's gonna crush me, probably. Ooh, 2 Lone Missionary. That's an interesting one. Is he playing like a blink? Did he get a Venser? He might have. It's definitely a possibility. Ooh, Rampaging Bayless. Shoulda. Something I should have considered when going to tap that when playing my lands. So that was probably a mistake. Chromatic Lantern. And I'll pass the turn. He's gonna probably play Karn, Enlightened Tutor. Ooh, he's gonna get Mana Vault. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play land. 7. Play Karn. Just totally wreck. Skull Clamp. That's also bad for me too. Yep. So he grabs the Skull Clamp. He plays it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna get Indrik again and just try to destroy that Skull Clamp. I'd rather the 4/4 than the 2/2 because the 4/4, I mean the 2/2 trades everything, but the 4/4 pretty much crushes almost everything he has for creatures that I've seen. Yep, that's fine. 17. Can't really do much anyways, so. Yep, okay. So he still doesn't have a ton of mana, but he only has 4 cards, so I'm kind of coming out, not unscathed, but better than it definitely could have been. Worthy Tutor to get Indrik, Stomp Howler. On top, go to my turn, tap, draw, play a land, tap all my mana, play the Stomp Howler, destroy Skull Clamp, and end the turn. Doing pretty good so far. If I draw a land, I might hold off from playing the Bayless necessarily and just play land. If I don't draw a land, so there, depending on what he does, there are 2 lines of play I can take here. I can either play the land, run the Rampaging Bayless out, or I can play Lanarels, hope that the Indrik Stomp Howler puts enough pressure on that he won't be able to do much. See, it's 4, 5, 6 mana out right now. He didn't play land last turn, so unless he drew one, then I'm probably looking fairly okay. Might be better just to run the Bayless out there, because I didn't really see a lot of kill spells last game, I don't think. Not really a lot. He has a ton of mana though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. 7 if he actually drew a land. Karn could be a problem. That's also something to consider too. Like if I just played Bayless and the next turn he Karned me, then I've done nothing. Whereas if I play Lanarels into Bayless with the land, then I at least have some return on my Bayless when that happens. Mana Vault, sickening. If he plays the Karn here, then I'm probably just screwed, honestly. Though I might just get 2 for 1. 5 mana. 6, 7 Karn. Karn. Sucky. That's no fun. I'm going to pitch the land. I'd rather get the pressure on there and hopefully 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. Use the Coalition mana for Mana Vault. Okay. I'll pitch the land. It's really bad, but I think it's better than. I'd rather have him like try to get the Stomp Howler next turn, perhaps. Hit him for 5. Simic Signet. It's actually pretty good. Hopefully he'll just know it's 5. Should know that it's exalted. One more. One more. Okay. And now I'll play Elf. No, I'll just play, let's see. I think I might want to leave a card in my hand. In case he plus whatever's again. Plus 4s again. So, which one would I rather pitch? The Signet or the Elf? The Elf at least attacks and can block. So, maybe the Elf? I think the Elf will be fine. Or would I rather the Signet? Signet will give you more mana consistently. Attacking, though, is going to be super important here because of Karn. Especially since he's going to be plus 4ing the entire time. Probably. I think I'd rather pitch the Signet because of that attacking clause. And hopefully that's what happens. And hopefully I draw a land. That'd be really nice. Obviously I can't play the Signet or else he plus 4s and I lose the best card in my deck. I guess not the best card, but like one of the best easily. There are a lot of silly things you can play right here that'll just really screw everything up. Soren would kind of suck. Yep, Signet gone. One, two, three. Playing what? Icy Manipulator. Blech. Gross card. Hopefully he doesn't tap a mana elf here. That'd be really bad. I kind of wanted to tap the Stompowler. Yep, that's fine. So I can play Bayless. Into a land to make a beast. To at least put pressure on and kind of turn off his Karn to a point, I guess. And this way he has to -3 the Karn because get rid of Rampaging Bayless because that card is just so good. I don't think he can keep on +4ing it. But I mean, I'm not in good shape right now. He's got 3 cards in his hand. He's taking 1 from Mana Vault, but like, who cares? He's got a Karn at 9 out there on the board. An Icy Manipulator, which is going to tap everything that I do, and 3 cards in hand. And one of them he's going to play right now. So let's see how we're getting smoked. Probably pretty considerably. I don't see how it goes any other way right now. Underground Sea, okay. Yep, that sucks. Getting
Getting rid of the Bayless, I'm gonna guess. Yep, of course. Really sucky. I don't think I'm gonna win this game. I don't see how I could. He's gonna be just smoking me, really. Maybe he has a Resto Angel too, that's just gonna crush me as well. Cultivate. Okay. What does he do after draw? Vendilion click me? Recoil. Beast. So that's pretty good. I'm in a lot of trouble here. But you gotta play it out. Yep, he knows what's up. So we'll just let him do his thing. I'm at 17, so there's no reason to concede right now, especially since there are a lot of good draws I have. Like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I drew a land into a Woodfall Premise, that'd be pretty good. Cultivate would have been nice to have. Recoil, that was a good play with Recoil right there. This is not looking good. Oh man. Just getting crushed by Karn. Just really thoroughly crushed. Ugh. Damn, Stomp All are gone. So that means he's going to play a creature here. Or something to block whatever creature doesn't tap down. So, I mean, I can still draw like Oblivion Ring and things like that. But no, I can't attack, so that sucks. Jace the Mind Sculptor seems really good here. Actually gets rid of his Jace. Here he is. Hopefully this gets rid of his Karn. He's going to tap something down. Maybe. There's not really much you can flash in for 3. I let him do that because I know he's thinking about it with the Icy Manipulator. I know he's considering it, so I don't mind doing it. That was such a good draw. Jeez, the Mind Sculptor. Not for the win, but helping considerably, especially considering that I already got rid of that Skull Clamp. So that seems really good. I'm having some pretty amazing top decks. I'm sure I'll hear about it tomorrow. Man, Jace the Mind Sculptor, what a fucking draw. Really, like that was just incredible. So what am I worried about here? I'm worried about... Shadow Mage isn't the worst to face right now. Sorin would be kind of a problem. Disenchant. Sucky. Okay. Yeah, that sucks, dude. That kind of screws things up a little bit. Though I would have been able to cast the Jace either way. And I can cast most of my spells still. I have... Except Wildfire. I can't cast that. Wildfire wouldn't be the best, but it wouldn't be the worst. He's untapping Mana Vault, which is awesome. I think. It might not be. It could be like the worst thing ever. But I think instead of spending his mana and like I think him worrying about his life total, which could be what that is
seems pretty good. Main decking Disenchant seems also pretty good. It's kind of like a Stone Rain for 2 against me because of all my signets and mana stones. Also gets rid of like a Sylvan Library, Oblivion Ring, those kind of cards. 5 mana, Spellskite into Shadow Mage Infiltrator. Okay, that's not the best for me. It's actually kind of sucky. I think I'm gonna brainstorm here and just try to draw cards that can like do things. BS. So I'll put the Forest and the Gilded Lotus on top. I'm not going to cast the Gilded Lotus because I'm going to cast, I want to keep all my guys open. And I'll play Sylvan Library. You can't tap down all my guys. So Jace is going to take 1. Hopefully he doesn't have a weapon. Hopefully he doesn't have an Exalted guy. But I think having Sylvan Library out there is pretty good. Though I already know what one of the top 2 cards are. But that's okay. I mean, it's not the worst ever. Having that Gilded Lotus on top is pretty cool. He doesn't have a lot of cards left either. The Shadow Mage Infiltrator could help out, but I don't know if it's really going to. City of Brass. I like that card. Card's really good. It's not really bad here either because he's at 19. Lone Missionary's been helping him out. Getting that card off the board, kind of incredible, honestly. Like, just a weight off my shoulder. So, who knows what he's going to play now. He only has 1 card in his hand, though. He could attack me with a Shadow Mage Infiltrator, which will be, good and bad. Good because my Jace is still alive, but bad because it's still Shadow Mage Infiltrator attacking. Obviously, I can't -1 the Shadow Mage because then he'll just bounce the Spellskite back, and then he'll attack into me and kill my Jace. Let's see who he attacks. Does he attack me or Jace? He attacks Jace. That's not fine, but it's not bad really either. It might be okay to +2 as well, just in case. I mean, depending what he has. Oh. Ooh, nah. Oh my god. Just getting crushed. Okay, so I'm in some trouble here. Force, Gilded Lotus. Really, really bad. What is he tapping? I think I'm gonna pay the 8 here so I can brainstorm with my Jace and see if I can find an answer to that Una. So I'm gonna pay 8 here. Cause I mean, if I don't kill this Una, I'm gonna get milled for like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. 6 1-1s. Who's he tapping down? What is he tapping down? Probably the Steam Vents, I'm gonna guess. Yep. So then I'm gonna brainstorm. I don't draw anything I need, which is good. Put this on top. Put this on top. Play Forest. I can play Gilded Lotus into Wolf here, which is kind of cool. Do I want to do that though? I don't think I do, because I want to try attacking with Lanarels. So I'm just gonna play Wolf here for now. Do I really want to do that? Yeah, Yeah, I think that's fine because hopefully I'll just draw Wildfire and just try to crush him and see what happens there. Might not be the right play. Very well could just be awful. But we'll see if that's the case or not. I can't really block the Shadow Mage, and Spell Scout I'm not worried about, so might as well attack. If he trades with Una, that's like the best case scenario for me, but that's not going to happen, so whatever. Mana Vault! Kill him! Get him, Mana Vault! It sucks that I had to take 8 off that Sylvan Library, but considering that like if I didn't, I'd only dig 1 card deeper, and I would have hit the Silver Heart, but I mean, I really need that Oblivion Ring. That's the card I actually need. Declaring attackers. Who's going where? Shadow Mage is probably hitting. Yep, and I'm getting hit for 5. 4. Jace is dead. Really sucky. How do I win this game if he doesn't play anything here? I draw Eternal Witness, Oblivion Ring, Acidic Slime. Not even, because I'll just tap down whatever my creature is. I really just need Oblivion Ring. That's not it, but I can cycle. So I'm going to do that. Let's see what I actually have in here. Oh. So he's responding to the trigger. Yep. Responding to the, yep. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. No Oblivion Ring so far, so that's good. Yeah, it's pretty awful though, I'll give you that. It's like the worst case scenario. I'm still dead. Oh. Didn't pick color? Redo then. Right. Redo then. So I kind of misplayed. I mean, I just okay, cool. So let's see what he gets. 1 card. Woodfall Primus. 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of good cards that I could possibly want, but he only got 1 elf off it. What can I get here that'll actually win me the game? I don't think I can win right now, actually. I can't win. Can I win? What can I get to win? I don't think I can win. I can get Elspeth, which will do nothing. Eternal Witness, which won't really do anything at all. Unless I get what out of here? Nothing I really can get out of here. Acidic Slime, which doesn't really do it. Because he has all these blockers. He's 1 blocker, but he can tap one of them down. I think that's just a good game. That's a good game. That's a good game. I mean, unless I'm missing something, I really don't think there's anything I can do right now. That sucks. Can't get rid of a Nuna. Or an IC Manipulator. I mean, if I drew the Oblivion Ring and got rid of Una, I'd still have to fight through an IC Manipulator. And have really a lot left. Maybe I shouldn't have conceded right there. Game 3. Let's see what happens. No lands. Easy mulligan. Okay, I'll keep. This one's a lot better. I'll definitely use the Windswept Heath because I have the Tundra I can get off it. I don't really want to draw any more lands right now. For Forest, I will grab the Savannah because you might as well just grab a 2-colored card. I don't think he's playing Wasteland. I'm not really too worried about it. I haven't seen it yet. Didn't really see it in the draft either. He's got a lot of really good cards. Awesome. No, oh, that's like the best thing you can possibly see against the Soul Ring Mana Vault deck. No spells, and grabbing one of the best ones I can get right now. In Chromatic Lantern. I think it's fine not attacking. I think getting the Lantern out is better than having the Signet and 1 damage. Because it looks like this game is going to be won by attacking for big amounts of damage instead of not so much. Enlightened Tutor, probably going to get the Soul Ring, be my guess. Best card in his deck, so it's the best card in any deck it's in, really, except Texas Library. Well, it's funny that the 2 best cards in Cube don't work together at all, Library and Soul Ring. Think about just proposing we just do best of 3 since we both won 1 game and another and not recording the last 2 games. So we'll see how fast these 2 go. It'll be cool to see all 5 games on there if we can. Oh, here comes the Sorin, so that's gonna suck. Oh, Coalition Rock, that's better. What do I destroy, the Soul Ring or the Coalition Relic? I think the Coalition Relic is going to be a bigger problem in the near future. So the Soul Ring's always going to be awesome, but Coalition Relic, he already has all his mana fixed, so I'm really worried about that. I'd rather just destroy the card that like is constantly ramping him up instead of the one that has to kind of like take a little longer to do. So is he gonna? If he has a land, he's still playing a 5-drop no matter what next turn. And I don't remember seeing any double blue 5-drops. So I think I'm gonna destroy. He could need the mana though. He could need specific, like maybe he needs double white for something. So I'm gonna destroy the Coalition Relic. Probably the wrong move, but we'll make it anyways. And Drake I've had every game, which is awesome. Worldly Tutor has been a big part of that. Worldly Tutor's been really good in these games, especially since like a lot of my creatures do different things. Whether I need a win condition, Eternal Witness, or like I need to get rid of an artifact or enchantment or land, it's been able to find me pretty much everything I could possibly want. Hopefully I just screwed everything he did up, or wanted to do up. You can't cast a Karn anymore, which is really good. Probably what. Okay, so that's awesome right there. I'll attack for 5. Ooh, what's he doing here? Repealing what? Chromatic Lantern, sure, okay. Kinda sucky, but not the worst. So I'll just attack for 4 and just start dropping signets. Hopefully the 1 damage doesn't make a big difference, but I'd rather have more of a impact on the board right now. Get a red source out, play Lantern, and end the turn. So he could have 6 mana this turn, which would not be good. Would not be bad either. Just kind of be a thing. If he played an Una, I'm kind of screwed. Though I'm not in the worst shape in the world. I'm not really in the best either. Repeal's a nice one right there. 2 fetches, Light Tutor, Repeal, and a Coalition Relic. I think the Una would hit quicker if he had it. Especially since the only actual piece of creature removal I've shown is the Oblivion Ring. Which is something I'd probably want to save for the Karn or the Sorin. Haven't seen much for counters, so that's good. Though I have a feeling there's some in there. But he also is playing a lot of artifacts, so he's tapping out every turn. 5-drop. Phyrexian Arena, Disenchant. Chromatic Lantern. I'm going to guess. Yep, gone. Phyrexian Arena. Pretty good here. I don't know if it's the... Might kill him, but it might be enough just to put him over the top. I'll attack for 5. Play Signet. End of his turn, I'll Crows and Tusker. Took his life for the arena already. So he's drawing a ton of cards. Karn, don't be Karn. Just don't be Karn. Please don't be Karn. Please don't put a Karn into play. Please do not put a Karn into play. Awesome. Anything special with this? I don't think so. I'll get a mountain just in case I draw the wildfire. Because wildfire seems like it'd be alright here. Not the best actually, but not the worst. Living Ring, kind of cool. I'm not going to use it on the Phyrexian Arena. I'm going to save it for whatever awesome card he draws. Even though he has 7 mana open, he hasn't played anything, so I'm really worried about that. But I think that's okay still. Attack for 5. What is he playing? Route. Okay, that's fine. Route's okay here. I'm going to play Guild Lotus, hold back the land in case he does have Karn here. Do I want to play Eternal Witness getting back my Indrik? I think I'd rather wait, so I'll still be able to cast it next turn. I want both the Eternal Witness and the Oblivion Ring. I'd rather the Oblivion Ring save for Planeswalker, and if I need to, Eternal Witness and grab the Indrik. Though Eternal Witness does put pressure on him too, though I don't really want to do that. Though drawing 2 cards a turn is pretty rough for me. Oh man, this is a tough choice. Like that extra card could be the difference between winning and losing right here. He only has 2 cards in hand. But if he just drops Karn next turn, I'm going to feel like a fucking idiot. So, just pass the turn. I'll let him draw all his cards and hope one of them isn't a Karn. Yep. Take 1. He knows it. He ain't no dummy.
Not the worst, honestly. Gonna tap the Guild Lotus during my draw step. Yep. Now I can't just sit here and do nothing, so what do I do here, honestly? Alright. By Oblivion Ring, Phyrexian Arena, I'm still getting crushed by Icy Manipulator, but I can perhaps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't Karn and play both. But Karn will just crush anyways. Whereas by Oblivion Icy, I can get that Indrik back eventually. But Phyrexian Arena is just going to kill me. But it might kill him. So maybe putting pressure on the board will be better than not putting pressure on the board. Eternal Witness. I think I'm gonna get the Indrik back and see what happens with Eternal Witness. I might just not play the Oblivion Ring and just see if he tries to like fuck around with me or whatever. So I'll play Eternal Witness. Get Indrik. Put that in my hand. Play Noble Hierarch. Though, does that mean I get crushed by Karn when he +4s? I think it does. So I might want to keep this Noble Hierarch in my hand to discard it, so I can play both my sweet spells next turn if I can. If he doesn't tap down those. So, but is the extra damage could be worth it though, with the Phyrexian Arena. So having to discard either Oblivion Ring or Indrik Stomphowler was it would be kind of sucky. But the 3 damage definitely could be worth it. Though I was be getting tapped down the entire time. No, I need to destroy Icy Manipulator. I just have to do it. So I have to wait on that. But I need to hold the Oblivion Ring in my hand just in case like something awful like Karn comes out and just destroys me. As you can tell, I've mentioned Karn like 1,000 times, but that card just wrecks my deck so hard. I was reading somewhere earlier that like the card's kind of underrated, but like I don't know. I don't agree with that at all, or overrated rather. But I think that's kind of a bunk assessment, in my opinion. Karn, I mean, the power of Karn has been shown here. Like by itself, it's just gotten rid of so many cards, destroyed my hand. Probably lost me like that last game because it's killed all my sweet cards I had out that were just ready to crush. Alright, what's he got? Vampiric Tutor? He's probably thinking if he's going to Vampiric Tutor or not right now. It's a tough choice, honestly. I don't blame him for taking a little bit. Okay, so he draws a shit ton of cards. Do you think he has something instant speed that he can just fuck me up with? Maybe. He could. I don't really know. Vampiric Tutor. Yep, that's what he's got. So he's got the free one off that. No, he's just going to draw it. So he's got the Vamp Tutor in his hand, so... You know, one of his cards isn't really doing anything right now, which is okay, I guess. Okay, so he has 3 cards in his hand that actually do stuff. I mean, Vampiric Tutor is good, but like it's kind of unplayable right now. Man, I need some for like Vortex in this deck. Oh boy, 6 mana. Here comes Una, Queen of the fuckheads. Yep, there she is. Awesome. You can mill me for a lot. So I'm going to need to get rid of that Una. Yep. Tapping the Field Lotus, of course. I just did it for him because, you know, whatever. So here, I'm going to Oblivion Ring on Azuna, which is awesome. Play Noble Hierarch. Attack for 3. And hopefully that'll be good enough in the long run. This is a tense game. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I mean, I'm kind of ahead, but not really. Like, though if he can't get rid of his Phyrexian Arena and let's see, Seal of Cleansing. I'd be okay if he Seal cleansed his own Phyrexian Arena. This video is gonna take forever to buffer. For like those 30-minute videos, my computer takes 30 minutes to 2 hours to buffer. This is gonna take like 3 fucking years. Seagate Oracle, good card. He's just burying me in card advantage right now. Like, this is getting, again, it's not a dire situation, but it's not looking good. Hallowed Phone, coming to play tapped, of course. Can't play that Vampiric Tutor in his hand anymore, so he has 3 cards in his hand he can actually do stuff with. Kinda wish he did Vampiric Tutor, I just would have won by now. Good move on him though, on his part. 2 swamps. Double black, what's he tapping for? Wrath wouldn't be the best, but it wouldn't be the worst either. It would just be kind of there. Is this going to be the Cloud Goat Ranger? I don't really know if he's in trouble or not right now. I mean, he's not in the best scenario with the Phyrexian Arena. Like, that's like the... I mean, Arena's sick, but like, it can... Ooh, that's a pile of shit. Oh, man. Okay, so... Yep. What is he going to tap? He's going to pay for the spell skate. He might tap something too. I don't think so, though. He might not. If you let the Icy Manipulator die, that'd be pretty good for me, actually. I think he has to spell skate it away, though. Okay, yep. Then I'm going to Wolfear Silverheart. Hopefully this card's really good. And attack for, yep. So you got that. Cause I mean, I could have put on the Noble Hierarch, but like he's gonna do that anyway, so it's just like whatever. I'd rather have the normal hierarch just kind of there and have like a bigger powered creature attacking every turn. And yeah, let's just hope hope Phyrexian Arena just kills him. That'd be awesome. It'd be really sickening if it didn't. Karn -3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's not really. There's not really much he can do here though. I don't think. Kind of confused on what could happen. I'll have to get rid of his arena somehow. Oblivion Stone, Ratchet Bomb, with like doubling season that doesn't do anything. 5 mana. What are you gonna play for 5 mana? I don't know. It's interesting. Mentor the Meek. Yep. 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 Okay. So what his plan is to try to find his Seal of Cleansing so he can block all my guys and not die. Good game. And did not come to fruition. So let me reset the recording again. See what happens. This hand is pretty damn good, I feel. No green at all, except this Gilded Lotus, but like that's awesome. Turn 3 Gilded Lotus, maybe into a turn 3 Gilded Lotus into Jace seems just fucking incredible. So let's hope it just doesn't screw up my plans. Okay. Play the Forest first. Kind of a weird hand, honestly, to open up with. A base green deck with only 1, 2, 3, 4 non-green cards. But that's cool, though. I'll take it. Grim Monolith, sick card. And you may go. Play a turn 3 Gilded Lotus into Jace. You can have like 8,000 mana on the board. 18. No problem. I might be okay with just brainstorming here if he doesn't play a creature. That'd be really good for me if he didn't. But he is going to play a creature. Or a Coalition Relic. Or even worse, a Phyrexian Arena. So I'm not in the best shape in the world right now. It might be better just to -1 Lone Missionary and kind of like slow him down a little bit, and so I think I'll be able to catch up mana-wise in the long term. I don't think he has equipment that can pump the power of the Lone Missionary. Now, if he plays Sorin and -2s it and just kills my Jace, that's awful. So I think I'm going to play Jace, and I think I'm going to -1 it because I feel like I can get ahead mana-wise no matter what. I have the day, so I'm not worried about that. Gilded Lotus, Island, Jace. This is going to really kill his tempo, and if he doesn't play another creature or something else, bounce. Now, he'll gain the 4 life, but he'll just, it's fine, honestly. I don't really care. Next turn, I can Oblivion Ring something and start brainstorming. And try to get really far ahead mana-wise. I'm not too worried about the 4 life, even though it allows him to draw a million more cards with the Phyrexian Arena. It would have been worse if I brainstormed and then he Sorin'd and made the token. Instead, it looks like he's just going to Lone Missionary
Yep, fine. No problem with that. Plus 1. Oh, he's okay. He's just making up for that. Okay, so what to do here? I can Oblivion Ring, Spellskite, plus 2 Jace, play an Elf, and Cultivate. Is that any good? I can Oblivion Ring, Phyrexian Arena, bounce the Lone Missionary, play Fyndhorn Elves, Cultivate. I kind of like that. I kind of like that a little bit. Do I? Probably should have waited to play land until after Cultivate. Huge mistake. He's at 4 cards. I'm at 4 cards. I don't have 1 black mana in my mana pool. If I Oblivion Ring Phyrexian Arena and he -2 Spellskite, that means the cards in his hand are probably pretty bad. But if I bounce Lone Missionary, play Fyndhorn Elves, and he puts a Skull Clamp on Spellskite, that's probably pretty bad too. Now, yeah, I think I'm going to try Oblivion Ringing the Phyrexian Arena and seeing what he does. If he has Skull Clamp, I could see him letting the arena just die or go away. Alright, so he has good cards in his hand. This makes me want to +2 the Jace, play the Elf, and Cultivate, so the Jace actually lives. I want the Jace to live, so I'll set counters to 4. I think I might do it to myself. No, that's bad. I'll do it to him, especially if I'm going to Cultivate this turn. It'll be nice to know if I'm walking into something terrible here. Repeal? What's Repeal going to do? Probably don't want that against me, especially since it cycles anyway, so it just digs him deeper. Yeah, Repeal actually seems really sick, so we can get rid of that. Play Elf. Cultivate. I will get a... I already have the Mountain, which kind of is lame. So I'll just get... I can only get Forest. This is the only basics I have left. Okay, oh, whatever. Just extra cards. Less cards in my deck. I'm ahead of him in card advantage. Holy shit. This is crazy. Kirk's been at least like 8 to 10 cards ahead of me pretty consistently in this entire time. In all the games we've played. This is an interesting game because he has probably has a lot of gas in his hand if he let that Phyrexian Arena go away. Kind of scary. If he attacks the Lone Missionary, I'll happily block. Since I have 8 mana on the board right now, not including Grim Monolith. I'm kind of interested to see what he's going to do here. There are a lot of cards that just wreck me. I don't think he's playing the upheaval anymore. I don't think that's in his deck. Though this would be the upheaval deck, so I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Maybe he just hasn't. Maybe he hasn't drawn it yet. Maybe it's been like. Maybe it was in those like last 6 cards that first game. I don't know really. Spellskite. Spellskite's a good card. I've read somewhere that people don't really like Spellskite. I think it was on like a Channel Fireball comment list, and no, Spellskite's awesome. I mean, it's really screwed up so many of my plays this game. Being able to like divert like one play to another is like such a tempo killer. It's a good wall. It's good if you have a lot of equipment. There are a lot of situations where Spellskite's just an utter bomb. Not a bomb, but just like the best card you could possibly have. Where's equipment like a champion? Man, I hope he attacks with the Lone Missionary. Though, that could be bad for me if he does. I don't think it's going to be, though. Lone Missionary is a good card. I like it a lot. It's not the best card. Recoil. Jeez. Okay. Fine. So he's attacking the Jace. If I draw a good creature, it'll be time to brainstorm with Jace. Please draw a good creature. Maybe I should just brainstorm hoping I get a good creature. Oh, that's like one of the best ones I can get. Can I play everything in my hand right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can. And still +2. Should I still brainstorm? That's the question. It would suck if you had a Oblivion Ring. No, I don't think you can destroy everything I'm going to possibly play this turn. So Woodfall Primus. I'll destroy his Hallowed Fountain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's enough. I'll let the City Brass stay out there. It's pretty good against me, but it deals some damage, and I'm going to be swinging a lot pretty soon. I'll brainstorm. I'll put a land Indrik in case, who knows, like a Karn +4, a random duress I haven't seen yet, and a Fyndhorn Elves, and that's the turn right there. Indrik will be really good. So yeah, my deck matches up pretty good against Kirk's. Living Ring is really strong. Jace has just been bonkers. We're both trying to make a lot of mana. So I feel like the things that I'm doing at like 6+ mana are better than things that he's trying to do at 6+ mana. Yeah, Return Zenith would have been really good if he milled that one, but I don't have that though. Awesome. That's like the best thing I could possibly see right there. So I'm just going to play this Indrik and just get that out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think bouncing the Lone Missionary is actually awful, so I'll attack instead. Just the Woodfall Primus in case you can get rid of something. I'm playing super conservative right now, but I'm okay with that. Maybe getting the extra damage would be better. Yep, makes sense. Takes 5. Trample, yep. And I'll brainstorm. It is BS, brainstorming with Jace. It really is. Not fair. The card is just so stupid. Alright, you can go. 2 lands in hand. I think he has probably like some heavy blue cards in his hand. I don't know what could be. I mean, he still has a City Brass out there. What am I going to walk into here? I feel like I'm pretty far ahead in this game, though. Jace, I mean, turn 2 or whatever. I think I remember the play being Jason then bouncing that lone missionary. Totally worth it. Stopped all his tempo. Would have been way better. Ooh, what we got here? 5 mana route. Sucks. I mean, it's good, but it's just a pain in the ass. I'm fine with him tapping the City of Brass. I mean, he has to route right there. There's no way he doesn't. And I'll take this moment to untap Grim Monolith. I'll brainstorm beforehand. See if I get anything cool. I do. I get fucking amazing cards. I don't really need this Ancient Tomb. Maybe it's neat, but I don't need it though. I don't really have anything else in my hand. Why not just play this Elspeth and probably just win the game off this. 2 of the best planeswalkers, if not the best planeswalkers. An 8/8 flying monster. Destroying all his lands. Drawing a million cards. I like this deck a lot. It's been a lot of fun to play with. Good matchup too. I don't know how well I would have done against an aggressive deck or something that's a little more mid-rangey. Though this is like a mid-range deck. It's not really a control deck per se. Good game. Good games. So yeah, I won that one 3-1. Awesome, good feeling. Wildfire, Jace, the Mind Sculptor, Elspeth. If you have any recommendations for what I should have been playing instead, maybe the Terraston, maybe the River Boa. But yeah, thanks for watching. This has been Terminal Magic. I'm Sam. That's been Kirk. And yeah, thank you a lot.